Welcome to the 5th episode of Cross Border Conversation with myself, Azim, and...
Hi. We are now, for the first time ever, officially, coming to you from across the border. So I am now in the north, and Az is in the south.
Word! Cross Border Conversation.
Across the borders.
Yes! See, now our YouTube actual channel makes sense for everybody out there.
Before anyone starts to say anything, I am at home. I'm at my family home. Because if no one could tell beforehand, I'm Scottish. So, I came from here.
I'm sure they got it. You self-isolated. You took all the precautionary measures. Everyone's done it, so no issue there.
Well, what?
Yeah, that's it. All right, that's fine.
Right. Have you heard about Newcastle's takeover?
No. Fill me in. What's going on?
Okay, so you know the Arabs that were supposed to buy us, the Sauds that were supposed to buy us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, and them guys, they are now buying Newcastle.
Really? So how does that happen? Like, do you know what?
Not gonna lie, I don't know. I don't go how you go from potentially buying Man United to then going, yes, United, let's buy Newcastle.
It's a big drop. And they've got the money to splash out for a big.
They're worth 263 billion.
Wow.
Or 260 billion. Either way, they're worth 200 billion.
That's a heck of a lot.
Okay, so put it into terms. I was looking at something today, right? Put this in terms. So again, if the figures are wrong, I'm giving you ballpark figures just from what I've read, from what I remember. So the third richest Premier League owner is Roman Abramovich at £9.3 billion. Yeah?
Right.
Second richest is Sheikh Mansour from Man City, who is about 23.5 billion pounds. And then you get the public fund, the Saudi Public Investment Fund, who are the whole thing. I know it's not one person, but just as an understanding of what's going on, 260 or 263 billion. So it's an investment fund. It's not one person. It's not one person. It's an investment fund, but it is the Saudi public-run investment fund. So basically, the Saudi government.
Right.
And they are now in talks to buying Newcastle. So Mike Ashley has finally agreed to sell it. So far, from what I've seen, it's going through. A lot of people are questioning whether it's the right thing to do because of the whole human rights thing. The fact that there was a lot of stuff about Saudi against, Jamal Khashoggi and all those guys, and that sort of stuff that they did. But apparently,
every country, every place you'll always find something bad from there. So for the fact that they're purchasing a football club, I don't know. I think if that is their biggest qualm about it, then I think they probably need to, obviously have your little grievances, but buying a football club, they're going to be totally separate to everything. You can't just label one country for one person's acts that they've done here, there, whatever, just to everyone. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's the thing, is this is what people were not going to get. They're going to pick out that thing. Because even when it came to them buying Man United, a lot of people were saying, no, we don't want to buy it because of human rights and this, that, the other. It's just because it's a public thing. But it doesn't mean that there's other countries that are not doing it, that aren't, impacting human rights. Think about how long, and again, I might get heat for this and whatever, but think about how long Guantanamo Bay was open.
Yeah.
And that was the States, yeah? And that was, you can't exactly say that was a fun playhouse. That was one of the worst prisons and holding facilities in the world. Hence why when Obama came, he shut it down.
Yeah. And then let's kind of go a bit, say, outside of the football world. In fact, let's stay at the football world. Look at China, the sweatshops and all the child labor and everything. So this is human rights, but this is child abuse. There's little kids who are working in sweatshops, age of 4 to 5, 6, little hands there trying to do everything. God knows how long hours. People all bunched up in one little cubicle. But then their football teams are buying players like Carlos Tevez and this and that, and everyone's going there. They're going playing their football there. Nobody ever batted an eyelid then.
No, again, and that's because they are not a target. and I'm not going to bring anything else into this, but it is what it is. You know, the Chinese can do whatever they do. Let's look at it. Let's be straight. Let's not hide the fact we're both Muslim. Yeah, and look at what the Chinese did to the Muslims. They were basically running modern day concentration camps, but yet no one lifted a finger about that. I don't want to get political into this. But I'm just raising a point. I'm just trying
It's the point that there's bad in everywhere you look, but that doesn't define the whole everything about it. You know what I mean? There's bad everywhere, but there's also good everywhere. So if someone's trying to do a good thing, purchasing a football club, it might bring, like, you don't know, it might spark that little positive thing that everybody kind of needs. Especially imagine being a Newcastle fan right now and you hear somebody worth, or a fund worth 260 odd billion is about to buy your club. As a kid, you're not thinking, oh, but the human rights is that. You're thinking, yes, we might be the next PSG. We might be buying all these madness players, and in a couple of years, you never know. You know what I mean? There might be the next big thing now. Like, look, like Man City before Manzuri came in, they were never winning titles, anything like that. But now, because of the investment he's put in, they're smashing it. So it's the same thing with Newcastle now. So now this is an opportunity for them as a squad, as a team, as a club, for something positive. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Just let them enjoy it. Obviously, the people who are purchasing it, everything gets vetted in today's world. Nothing goes undone. So I'm sure it's fine. If there is something dodgy about it, it'll come out. But if it's happening, then it's happening. Obviously, it's fine.
The latest I read is that the Premier League are now doing their checks. They're vetting them right now. If that goes through, which they don't expect it not to go through, then that's it. The deal will go through. Unless Ashley last minute turns around and says, "I don't want to sell."
Yeah. Which, I don't know. He's a funny character, but we'll leave it. We'll leave that there. leave that one there.
We need a full episode for that.
We need a whole episode and a whole lot of P-point vibes. But speaking of a funny character, did you see what happened with Mr. Donald Trump in his press conference?
I've seen a snippet of it on Sky News. Yeah, the guy's off his rockers, isn't he?
He's completely. He had an absolute meltdown. He's done something which has never been done before, where he's like we know the situation in the world, should we say, the pandemic. But in New York, it's hit pretty bad, where there's a lot of people who are passing away, and that is really upsetting. And the mayor, he had a little speech, and in his speech, he kind of said it as it was, but he, like, in small spaces, he said, "Do you know what? We're being helped here, though. We're being helped here." And Trump, what he's done is not just from him, but from other sort of sources too, is he's got those little snippets and he's put them together. And he said, "Oh no, you lots are all bashing me, this and that, but look at this." He's gone and stood next to a telly and he's gone, "Watch this," and he's played it. He literally stood there quiet, was playing it, and everybody's there just saying, "Trump's amazing there, the party's amazing, this and that."
When it was on, he just stood there.
It was so cringe. I was thinking, what are you doing? That's just so bad. Imagine,
what are you doing?
And then when somebody does try saying something, he goes, "You're fake. You're fake. No, you're fake. Get out. No, make America great again. You're not doing it." It's like, what's wrong with this guy? What is wrong with this guy? He's the most deluded president. But I tell you what the crazy thing is, he got elected in. So
what I was just going to say. We can say all we want about him, right? We can say all we want him, but at the end of the day, this man was elected. He was voted in as president.
Yeah.
So, you can't look past anything other than the people that are doing it. And I'll be first to say it from our point of view. We've done this thing about, from a Pakistan point of view as well. For years, we've had horrible prime ministers. Yeah. They elect them, and then what happens? Then they moan about them. So, well, why elect them in the first place?
Exactly. That's it. You start the problem and then complain about it. It doesn't work that way. And a similar thing, I'll be honest with you, was happening in UK with Boris Johnson being the Conservatives taking it. But I'll be honest with you right now, I want to give up. Do you know what? They're doing quite a lot during these tough times because of all this coronavirus that's going on. there were so many jobs that could have gone, so many unemployed people that could have been out there right now, so many people struggling to pay their bills and everything. But the government, they've literally turned around, no cap, and said, right, we'll pay people's wages up to 80% of what they're earning. And this isn't just for your large corporates or anything like this. Is any limited company right now on Mondays, and you think that's starting a furlough, where they will start paying grants out to all these companies, and soon it'll push on to your self-employed people. But imagine as a government, you say, right, we'll pay up to 80% of your person's earnings, up to £2.5 per month. But come on, that's still a lot of money, £2.5. If you were earning slightly above that, then still £2.5 is livable. You can still go about your day. If you was earning more than that, then I'm sure you're fine now.
It is a big thing. It's a big thing that they've done because, like you said, that's a lot more than other countries are doing.
A lot more than other countries are doing. A lot more. There's people. They were saying the rates. Just let's go back to linking this back to Donald Trump and him trying to act like he's something great and he's all this and that. But their unemployment rates has gone from being 3.3% to now 13.4% because they don't have this sort of system that UK has adopted, where they said, look, we are the government that you've elected. Right now, we'll do something for you guys. In times of need for them, we elected them. In times of need for us, they've said, right, we'll give you something back. And that Rishi Sunak guy, he has turned around. And he's, do you know what they're doing? They're doing bits. You can't bash them for what they're doing.
Whatever they are, whatever they've said and done before, it's, judge them on what they're doing right now. And at the end of the day, they're helping people right now.
Yeah, they are. Do you know what? I'm fair play to them. Fair play to them. I just wanted to put that out there. I just thought, do you know what?
Look, I'm not disagreeing with you. Normally, I argue these things, but I can't. You know what? They've done a good job. Fair play to them.
Yeah. Speaking of money, wasn't you telling me something about somebody coming into some money recently or something?
Yeah, I read it today. So someone in Scotland, an heir, I believe, has won the lottery. It's a single winner, 53 point something million or something, 50 odd million.
Imagine that. And you can't go anywhere. You can't go.
That is a self-isolation party.
That is a self-isolation party. That's probably the saddest time. But he's probably.
I want to hug someone, but oh wait, I can't hug anyone.
Oh man! But still, 53 million. What was that, like the Euro Millions or just a normal one?
I think it was just not normal. I might be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, I think it was a normal one.
But still, bloody hell, 50. That's a wow.
Million. A lot of money. A lot of money, man. A lot of money.
Wish it was me, but they don't do the lottery. I should probably start.
I don't do it. I never have. I've never put a lottery ticket on. Because it's haram.
Haram. 53 million now is happiness, but 53 million for the outsiders. Uh-oh.
You know what? I was thinking about something. Have you ever seen Bruce's Million?
No. Fill me in.
It's an old movie. It's a Richard Pryor movie, right?
Oh, right. Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor's genius. Genius. But yeah, so it's an old Richard Pryor movie. I don't know what year it was. It's old. Either way, it's old. It's Richard Pryor. So I always use this concept, and it's always in my head when these sort of scenarios come up, right? The idea behind the movie was he has to spend $30 million in 30 days without any assets to show for it at the end of the 30 days. Yeah?
Right.
30 million, 30 days, 0 assets. So you should walk into that place, you walk into the building, and you walk out with exactly what you walked in, having spent 30 million. That's the whole point. So if it was a challenge sent to him by like his long lost uncle who passed away, which basically was like, if you spend this 30 million in 30 days, I'll give you 300 million. If you don't, nothing. His whole thing was, he goes, I lived my whole life for money, right? I'm going to try and teach you a lesson to the point that you're actually sick of the sight of money. And it's always something that I thought about. 30 million in 30 days. Right, okay, in today's day and age, it's not difficult to do, right? In today's day and age, it's not difficult to do. When you've got when you've got £1-2 million, penthouses that are up for rent per night, you know what?
Yeah.
You can spend 30 million in 30 days. It's not difficult to do.
Could you? I'm guessing this is probably like a stipulation where you can't just give it away like to charity or something like that.
Can't give it away. You can't buy anything with it that leaves you with an asset.
Right.
And you cannot just gamble it away.
Because what if you win? So if you win, then
So
you've obviously got more than what you've.
If you put 30 million on something and he won, he's got to spend the rest of that as well, because that would then be a subsequent of the money that he just put onto it. So you can't gamble it away. You can't intentionally gamble it on something that's not. You cannot give it away. That's the whole point.
So
So
then,
in this day and age, I understand it's very simple to do, right? It's very easy to do. You hire out a couple of supercars per night. You hire out some penthouses every night. Throw parties all the time. You can get rid of 30 million, and no problem.
So if you look at time value of money, let's say it's 300 million. How would you use that in 30 days?
Then exactly, that's a different story. Would you still be able to send 300 million in 30 days? I don't think I would.
Yeah, if I have to say, I'd say get these high-end Bugattis that are worth 5 million, odd million, whatever, and crash and write them off. So that at the end of the 30 days, you have no assets. So you get all these these valuable paintings, your cars, and you just write them off.
If you do that though, right? Okay, let's put it this way. If you do write them off, you're not going to get paid out for it.
No, because it's insurance wouldn't pay you because you're writing it off yourself.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, fair.
Because I could think of ever spending that much money and having nothing to show up for it.
Would that not just classify the giving it away though?
I don't know, you enjoyed it. You enjoyed the use of the car and the 29th day all in one big hall. Rent the hall too. Boom, light it all on fire. You walk away, you're paying the hall, the person who you rented the massive hall for, all your goods and everything that you've just enjoyed using and viewing and looking at. And you've obviously you could get quite a few things for 300 million quid. So you get all that, the paintings and this and that, and whatever you can get your hands on.
Even though it's not an asset anymore, yeah. But at one point in time, that was a physical asset.
It was. That's the problem because it's in your name.
But so by that right, you can then very easily then just
rent those things out, because you can rent paintings out, you can rent cars out.
That's what I'm saying. So renting it, you can do it, but still, 300 million in 30 days for renting cars and properties.
Paintings is where you'll spend most of your money, because there's paintings out there where people, they actually rent. This is the thing. This is one of the things from work that I've realized is you get people, instead of paying bonuses, they used to give paintings because they were worth millions. And this is a few years ago, not now because they stopped it, obviously cotton onto it like 20, 30 years ago. But back then it was worth millions. So it's that time value of money. Now it's worth even more. So paintings are worth quite a bit. And if for you to say, right, rent it, they'd say, fine. So then you can just burn it all and then pay off the insurance bill. And you enjoy it. So it's like you're enjoying your time. You've properly loved every single wicked car you can see, all the cool paintings if you're into all that stuff, whatever. And then at the end of it, you walk out and you say, right, that's my money blown. And then somebody else says, well, thank you for blowing it. Here's now 10 times worth of what you just blown. Happy days.
Imagine that though. It's quite funny in the film. One of the stipulations is he's not allowed to tell anyone. So he's not allowed to tell anyone that he's blown it away.
Right.
So he has to, as far as everyone else is concerned, he's just been given 30 million.
Right.
So
yeah, my renting thing, my theory of renting and stuff like that, I think works.
Right. So think about it from this point of view. If that was me, yeah, you didn't know about it, and I'm there just.
I'll tell you, do you know what? As your mates, I think we'd say to you, chill out. You're blowing it all. You'd get, say, if you went past 10 million, we'd say, right, it's been 10 days. You've gone through a third of your money. Relax. you've got your whole life. Don't throw it away.
And then how would you respond to that? How would you go about going, I can't, you're just going to have to continue spending it and just get shit.
Yeah. Everybody would just think, because if personally, if it was us, we're all just thinking, what the hell are you doing?
Wrong with you?
We'd physically stop you. We'd be like, you can't do it. If you was like, no, let's go out and let's go do this today. We'd be like, no.
We would literally take everything that we've got. Like, no, you're not allowed this. You're not allowed that. Go away. You're going into self-isolation. Go. But it's weird. I always think about it. It's a brilliant film, but it's always something to think about. Like that nowadays is not that big a deal, but back in them days, 30 million. Well, okay, sorry, that's very stupid to say. 30 million even today is a big deal, but when you think about how much money is around the world, it's not.
Yeah.
When you've got single people being worth 200-300 billion.
Yeah.
30
It isn't.
I saw something yesterday where it was, I don't know how true it is, but it was a little stat that goes, Bill Gates could give every single human being in the world $10 and still have 20 million left to spend.
Wow.
That's madness.
What
Give
the hell?
everyone $10 and still have 20 million to spare.
So he's got 70 billion, 200 million. Roughly.
He's got some. I'm sure he's worth at least that.
Wow, that's mad. You know, that is. Wow.
If you look at Jeff Bezos, though, Jeff Bezos is worth about 160, 170 billion.
If you look at that Warren Buffett, he is money. Warren Buffett.
He is money.
He's
the thing
like,
is, we undersell how much money he actually has, because, like, as far as Forbes is concerned, he's not the richest person in the world. He was at one point, but now he's not. But I think that's false. I think he's still got more money than all these guys.
He definitely has. He's just clever about it now. He's just not saying it because he knows he's about to kick the bucket soon. Inheritance tax going to come in and say, right, we'll take 55% of all of that shenanigans. So he's now devaluing himself a bit. But no, he's definitely the richest guy in the world.
Guy's a genius.
I don't know how he's done it. And I'm sure if somebody else tried even doing it, they get in trouble for something. They'll pin something on that person and say, you're too powerful, you can't have this. You're playing the markets, you're doing something dodgy.
It couldn't happen in this day and age.
Nah. No.
But do you think he's going to do this because he started it decades ago?
He just knows the game. He knows the game too. He's just really clued up about it all. He knows what's what.
Interesting. Right. I think we're in a position to end this here.
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. Right, okay. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, comment, but most importantly, share it, because we can't entertain unless people see it. And we shall see you in the next episode.
Stay safe, stay home, save yourselves and the NHS. Hey, well,
Afietos.
enjoy your food.